A while back, I made a spotlight on the Imperial Arquebusiers. This time, let's look at their counterpart in the heroic era, the Kriegsrat Fusiliers. Let's find out if they're worth taking over the Imperials. I want to apologize ahead of time. I cannot pronounce Kriegsrat very well. I'm sorry. Anyway, Kriegsrat Fusiliers are a 4.5-star heroic era line breaker unit. It will cost 255 leadership to add them to your warband. Fusiliers have 4 traits. Firearms. This unit is armed with firearms. These offer excellent damage and armor penetration, but poor accuracy. Melee fighters. This unit is great in melee combat. Fire resistant. This unit's armor is less vulnerable to thermal weapons than other units of the same era. Damage penalty versus heroes. Ranged damage dealt to heroes by this unit is reduced by 25%. There are 2 formations for Fusiliers. Dispersed, a loose formation that reduces unit vulnerability to ranged weapons. 3 ranks. The unit forms 3 ranks, good for concentrating fire. Fusiliers only have 1 unit order, attack area. The unit fires at a particular spot, good for blocking breaches in your lines. There are 2 Veterancy lines. Before either line is a 5% increase to armor penetration. The top line has a focus on the firing capabilities of the Fusiliers, though also gives you most of the bottom line nodes as well. Some notable improvements are the aiming speed increases, rate of fire increase, and damage increases. The bottom line focuses more on utility and survivability, with a health increase, damage taken reduction, increase in soldiers, and lots of melee damage increase. It's almost easier to describe these 2 paths by what you miss, since you end up with so many extra points to put into the other line. Going top gives you the aiming speed, rate of fire, and more aiming accuracy and piercing damage. The bottom line gives damage reduction and extra soldiers, as well as more melee damage. The top line's better accuracy, aiming speed, and rate of fire are the reasons I recommend going with the top line. With that being said, the bottom line is usable due to how similar the 2 lines are, and the fact you get damage reduction and the 2 more soldiers, which will increase the DPS of the unit. As for doctrines, I run the Piercing Doctrine, Piercing Damage Doctrine, Piercing Defense Doctrine, Rare Arquebus Doctrine 1, and Epic Arquebus Doctrine 2. This is just what I have available. I would recommend my dream loadout of the Epic Arquebus Doctrine 1 through 3, Epic Battle Line Doctrine, and the Rare Arquebus Doctrine 1. This focuses on improving the firing and damage. The Rare Arquebus Doctrine can be swapped out with Siege Fighter Assassination or a Piercing Damage Doctrine if you would rather not have the extra health. Kriegsrat Fusiliers are a line breaker unit. They have high damage and can lay waste to units that are not defended behind shields. Even with shields, they have high penetration that can help chip away the defenses. They should be used to set up kill zones and area of denial on entrances and pathways. Fusiliers are a nice trade-off with their other half, the Imperial Arquebusiers. The Imperials have better sustained damage while using their unit order. The Fusiliers have better accuracy, defenses, piercing damage, and melee damage. This makes them better at killing warlords and using hit-and-run strategy. If not for their ammo issues, Fusiliers would be a force to be reckoned with. But as for now, it's a force that must keep in mind the nearest supply point. I hope this video helped you look into Kriegsrat Fusiliers. If it did, hit that like and subscribe button. Also down below, let me know how bad I pronounce the name. I'm sorry, I'm not German. Also let me know down below what videos you would like to see. With that aside, next time, I'll see you on the battlefield.